Broadcasting from the bright and sunny Sacramento, California. Streaming to Anchor, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Spotify. Hosted by Robert Welch. You're watching the Why the F Podcast.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Why the Fuck Podcast. I'm your host, Robert Welch, joined by Emilio and Taylor.
Hello.
So, we're recording this on February 29th, which is a day that does exist.
Apparently.
That means it's a leap year.
According to the Mayans.
According to the Mayans. Only sometimes.
Yeah,
only
which
every
is
4
silly.
years. Me and Emilio on the way here, we were questioning like how it must feel to be born on like the same day as us, but they're only 4 years old.
Yeah, you have to think about that because people say that often.
Is leap year every 3 years or 4 years?
4 years?
It is
every 4
okay.
years.
My entire life, including up to this moment, I always thought it was every 3 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Where'd you hear that?
I don't know.
You just thought it was
I think
3
I
years?
just thought. I was just like, okay, 3 years. I think my mom told me like just kind of. I just asked her. You know, when you're a kid, you just ask your freaking parents questions
Yeah.
because you just think they know everything. I did that. Like I remember being in the car with my mom and just like, how long is a leap year? And she was backing out in the driveway. And she's just like, and I think she said 3 years. Maybe she said 4, and I'm
Maybe you
dumb.
just
That's
don't
very
remember.
likely.
Baby brain.
Yeah, my very brain was just like 4, 3. She meant 3.
Yeah.
There's no way it's 4. It's far too many.
It's one too many years.
It's one too many a year.
I was just kind of like curious, just like how it like affects people who like are born on a leap day, and it's just like, holy shit, I'm 4 years old. Like, I don't think it affects them when they're like getting a driver's license. They're not going to be like, well, legally you're 4.
So
Get it?
Yeah, it's like we'll be 2020, or well, you know how like on like your IDs, like it'll be like we'll turn
Age 21 and
this
whatever.
year.
Age
It's like
4.
age 21 and like 3018.
yeah, because like when you turn 16, if you're on a leap year, aren't you like elderly?
Yeah,
Yeah. Well.
because it would be 16
See,
times 4.
Yeah, that'd be
64.
Which I guess is
64.
our elderly. It's like
So you'd be old. I'm sorry. You wouldn't be 16. Is my point.
that's
You
true.
would be eligible for Medicare.
You'd be eligible for financial compensation.
That is true. Those
If your loved one has been
diagnosed with mesothelioma, you are now entitled to financial compensation.
If your loved one has been diagnosed with Mesopotamia, you may be able to go there. You may be able to check
That's
it
a
out.
river, right?
Mesopotamia. I thought it was.
Is that a place or a river? Am I thinking of the?
I thought it was like a civilization.
Am I
don't know.
thinking-
it is.
It is ancient Mesopotamia. Yeah.
Am I thinking of a river that starts?
You're thinking of the Nile,
the
Robert.
Mississippi River.
No. It's like that huge. I think it was more of like a body of water, that huge body of water in just like Middle East. That's. You know what? Next topic.
No.
If your loved one have been
Diagnosed
Have been
with
to the big
fucking
bu-
brain dead syndrome.
If you loved one had been to the big body of water that Robert Welch speaks of, you may be entitled to swim.
you may be entitled to tell us what it is called.
Yeah, please tell us what it's called. We don't know.
Is it the Mediterranean?
The Mediterranean Sea? Is that what you're talking about?
Not a river. It's
The
a sea.
Mediterranean?
I haven't taken geography since freshman year of high school. Get off my ass.
It's okay. I don't
So
know anything
I
about a
think
geode.
we're talking about leap years because it's a leap year,
Because
but
yes.
we're also trying to avoid the big topic, which is currently killing us right now, potentially, because we are not washing our hands right now, and we are not in a small crowd.
Where's my
Hand
check this
sanitizer?
out.
Do you have
hand sanitizer?
portable hand sanitizer?
Or just gonna pull out like
It's
lint?
not in there anymore.
What?
My hand sanitizer.
Oh,
Do you have like a little small bottle of hand sanitizer?
Yeah, I don't keep it on me. I kept it on me today just because my girlfriend.
is that it? I'm pointing at it.
No, that was the one that I.
Damn.
my
That's a Coke
girlfriend
bottle.
have.
You're like,
No,
that's a
We were
Wiimote.
using it yesterday though.
So we are giving this episode the award for the weakest intro of
Ever.
season 1. I don't know why
It's
when we
happening.
sat down and we were figuring out topics, I'm like, you know what, we're gonna start off the episode with a banger. Let's talk about leap years.
That'll really get
That
the
shit-
get the viewers'
that'll
attention.
really get the
That's
nerves going, the
Yeah.
blood flowing.
Yeah.
A lot of content in that
I
in
think,
that topic.
I think it actually just more throws people off because it's just like, why is this? Why
Just
are
like
they talking about
just like
this?
actual leap years. It throws people off. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, there's a 29. Okay.
Yeah, I feel like it throws me off a lot too. Just like, I don't know. I just because like I expected it to like be March sooner, and it may only be like one day, but it's kind of like just like the Groundhog's Day thing, like when it's like, oh, spring forward and stuff like that. Like it really just throws you off, like how quick every like the seasons are showing up. Like February went by so fast.
Yep.
Did it?
You right.
Yeah,
I think it did.
That's how I always feel about like the first 2 or
January,
maybe 3
February.
months. Yeah, January, February, maybe March. Is that especially January especially feels like it doesn't exist. Like there's Christmas and then like the remainder and then like Happy
just
New Year.
Christmas then February.
Yeah, literally. Like January is like
January is just like a
goes.
dead month.
Yeah.
Like
Does
nothing really happens.
like if you have a birthday in it, good for you.
Lauren's gonna
Freaking
kill me
awesome.
for that. Her birthday's in January.
Well, I
so
have
much stuff
homies-
happens
yeah.
in January.
Does anyone know when Easter is?
I can never. Okay, I'm glad you asked that because I never know if it's in April or May.
I heard
I think
it's in
someone
April.
ask it. I was
April.
Yesterday, I was in a ceramics place with my girlfriend. We were doing ceramics, and the person that was like in front of us shopping was like, "When is Easter?" to like whoever they're with, and I was thinking about that. I was like, "When is Easter?"
When
and
is
she was like,
Easter?
"What?" And I was like, "Never mind. I'll tell you later," because like they were right next to me, and I wasn't gonna ask the exact same question. That I
Okay,
just asked.
it's April.
It is
I am
April.
pretty sure it's April.
Well,
I thought it was in February.
No,
Wait, what?
No, it is okay. There's no way it's in February. I know, like,
I guess
100%.
February is Valentine's Day. That's what I got
Yes.
mixed up with.
Is it because like you
You
go
got
into
the resurrection
stores
of
and, like,
Christ
there's-
mixed up with a Hallmark holiday, where he chased out the snakes or whatever.
who?
Saint Valentine. Isn't that why we have that?
He chased
Are we
that
just gonna
snake.
start talking about like the history?
Oh, yeah, okay,
of
so
every
on Valentine's Day, we
Isn't
have
that like-
Valentine's Day where we talk about how much we love one another because a
There's
man
some-
chased some snakes.
No, isn't that why? Isn't that what happened? Is that the
Saint
story?
Valentine?
Saint Valentine, like supposedly chased snakes out of like I know it sounds stupid.
I'm gonna be real with you. I've never heard that before.
I've heard it many times. And by many times, I mean at least twice.
I don't know. I've never been in like. I've never learned
I've
that.
never
Like
seen
in
a
history
snake in
class,
my
we
life.
don't talk about. I've never had a history class where we talked about like the significance of holidays. Besides my German class, which would only talk about like German traditions.
Uh-huh.
So like, I don't know. Maybe that's just maybe,
'Cause
maybe they don't
holidays
have
no significance.
Saint Valentine chasing snakes caused us to have a holiday where we celebrate love.
Well, it's
Yeah.
like a Hallmark holiday, right? Like
Do you mean
Yeah.
Hallmark as in the brand that sells
Yes.
you cards?
It's
that
the
they,
based-
exact.
so
the
they
same
made up
thing.
this holiday just to sell you cards that when
Yeah.
you open it up, it plays the Fortnite song.
And it's like, I love you, babe. It's like what is I don't want to offend people. Never mind. What is St. Patrick's Day? What is it?
Irish.
What is that
Lucky-
if you're
Lucky Day.
like under the drinking age of wherever you are, or you just don't drink?
You just wear green.
Bro, that is
Yeah.
just
And
a
if you don't
Wednesday.
wear green,
that's
then
just
people can
another
pinch
day.
you.
No, do people pinch you if you're not wearing green on normal
At work,
days?
they'll assault me. Yeah, they'll stab me. No.
People just punch you and
At
they
your
come
take
in.
and bake pizza establishment, if you don't wear green,
Yeah,
they'll
even though our
stab
colors
you.
are red,
I was-
I have to wear green.
I was gonna say this a while
Just
back.
kidding.
green for
What-
jalapeno peppers.
I always associate Valentine's Day with meat,
Why?
like steak.
I
or,
associate
like,
it more with
lots of
hearts
like.
and pink and
meat.
Is it
candy.
because like the color pink and
No,
red?
it's because I watched Invader Zim and like they gave out like slabs of meat on Valentine's Day, and like everyone, it was like a whole thing. It's like they all got meat and they just got slabs, and that's all I think of now. And I think of Valentine's Day just slabs of meat.
So did you get your girlfriend a slab of meat for Valentine's Day?
No, I got her
That's a missed
a
opportunity.
bunch of roses and chocolate.
Oh,
That's what you do.
And I was gonna do something else, but then I still haven't done it yet, and so it's okay. It's just gonna be like
Just say it's a early Easter.
early
Oh no!
Easter.
If you think Easter's in February, though, technically late Easter
Yeah.
present.
yeah. Wait, how long does something have to be before it's either early or late? Like if someone got you something, it's like I meant to give you this for Christmas. Would that be an early Christmas gift or a late Christmas gift?
I don't know. I ran into that exact situation. I was over at Joe's house and he had a Christmas present still wrapped, and he said, "Oh yeah, that's for Xander," and I'm like, "It's like February."
If you
So
think
in that
about
case,
it-
would he just wait till next Christmas, or would
I-
he just be
this
like,
is-
"This is late"?
this is
I
this-
mean,
or sorry.
I don't know. I think he wanted to give it to him and then he forgot again. So I'm like, well, at that point, just keep it for yourself.
Or just give it to him. just
Xander
be
doesn't
like,
need another
"Hey,
pop figure.
Spoiler: he do be having
No.
like 5 million.
He do have 5 million pop figures.
He do be collecting.
This is like the same dilemma where it's like if you're in last place and it's like technically you could be in first place if you just pretend everyone's behind you.
That's true. Like
No.
when we go go karting,
No,
that's exactly
just
how I feel.
incorrect. Like if you laugh at the people, sure, but like if you're in 8th place, you're in 8th place.
No, and then you look and no, if it's a track and then you look behind you and there's a people.
no.
Then you
I-
still see
I think
played
that really
Miro
applies
karts.
to when we go karting because sometimes people are just so far behind that the people in first place start catching up to you.
Yeah.
technically first.
I
There's
mean,
not really like
yeah.
places, but
Yeah.
Also,
we're
it's
not
just
going
me.
to freaking K1 speed.
The
Yeah.
go-karts also, like, if you like have like someone in your passenger seat or whatever, drastically slow down if you have two people in the cart.
Yeah, true.
So it's like if you're going like single player mode on the go-karts.
what do you mean? Do you mean like you just go slower with?
Yeah, when you
Because you,
I mean, I didn't
weigh
really
more,
notice.
It's heavier.
Oh
you
yeah,
didn't notice that all the carts slowed down when you had two people in the carts?
That's called
I didn't
gravity,
notice
my
that.
G.
Did you not?
My
When,
R.
I
Robert.
still felt like I was going as fast when I was, rear-ending
That's because I
people
weigh
with Emilio
like
in the
10
seat.
pounds.
You
I'm
do-
a baby.
You do be baby though.
I do.
yeah,
I
I
do be
think
small.
Emilio was like the thinnest of
You're damn right.
the group.
Yeah, you know,
he is he baby.
I do
Emilio
I do
will
I
be-
do BB.
Emilio about to be getting thinner soon because he's gonna be dying from coronavirus.
I hope not. I well, no. You know what? I
What?
lived because I got sick.
What?
What?
I got sick for a week and it was horrible.
So then you're
So
immune
did
to the
I.
coronavirus.
and now I
is that
feel a
what
lot
you said?
better.
That's
That's
I'm
how it
also
works.
immune to the coronavirus.
Yeah, because if you got sick beforehand, then you'll never
The only-
be sick
Yeah.
again.
the only
So
coronavirus.
I think we can't like not make this podcast without
Talking
like
about
talking about the coronavirus because it's such like a big thing, and like literally our city is in the new like national news because that's where everything's like happening.
Yeah, people are being like
There's-
exposed to it.
Yeah. So like there was the guy who was at UC Davis Medical Center that they
Yep.
didn't treat for like 4 days, and they were like, "Hey, can we get this dude tested?" And CDC was like, "Nah." So
Nah, man.
and then he was confirmed to have it, and then the people at our college. There was 2 people at our college, and then one person, another one in the same like district, and then another person at another in the same district, all being exposed to someone who confirmed to have it. I think they were all like medical students.
Yep.
So now we're like, I don't even know if I want to like go on campus.
they've been sending out like a shit ton of emails to us.
Yeah,
Our-
because they're like updating us like on every single case and everything.
yeah, like our college has sent out probably 5 or 6 emails in the
Yeah.
last week about
Yeah.
the coronavirus, and it all says the same shit. It's like, okay,
There's another person who has been
got infected.
Yeah, we got-
still come to school. Nothing changed.
Well, it's not that they got infected. They're just like, okay, we've had another dude who has been exposed to someone who does have it.
So
And
it doesn't, it's
they
not
need
saying
to
they're confirmed to
right.
have it. It's
but
just
but,
saying,
but that person then needs to be quarantined for 14 days, just in case they have it.
Why
But
don't we all just quarantine ourselves for 14 days?
Because-
yeah, why don't we all just like not go to school?
I was talking about this with my friend at the cafe right by our school, and freaking
Espresso Metro.
yeah, amen, God bless him.
Oh, God.
And
Now they know our
this-
location.
No, no, jeez.
I'm pretty sure they know our location. Our intro literally says Sacramento,
Yeah.
California.
Yeah, it's weird. Okay, can we talk about that real quick? Like, it's weird that we're vague about certain stuff because it's like, oh, I work at Indistinct Pizza Shop, but then like at some point
Well, like
you were
with,
just
with
like,
stuff like that, it makes sense because you don't want like someone from your job hearing you talk shit if like they ever were
they
to
don't.
listen to this.
I mean, it's not like I'm talking shit about the people there. I'm talking about the job. I love the people there.
I know you're talking about the job. What if like
the
your
pizza
boss?
man himself will.
My boss is not gonna listen to this podcast.
I mean, granted, I didn't think our art teacher from last year would have
that's
listened to this
fair,
podcast.
but like, I don't know if the man likes podcast. I don't know, man.
who knows?
I got like a 98% chance that he will not. But
Yeah.
also,
We are very like on and off vague.
Yeah, with
I tried
the-
to make it so like we're like people who are in Sacramento, they'll like
Kind
be
of-
able to kind of relate to the
If you're in the
podcast
know.
if you're in the know, you know. You know how
And if
many
you
photos
don't know,
people take
now
of
you
the
know.
Tower Bridge.
Nigga.
Yeah, so I don't know. I feel like with jobs it makes a little more sense, but like Espresso Metro, it's just like maybe there's multiple Espresso Metros. Maybe they'll think we're like
Yeah, maybe there's several
Pittsburgh.
take and bake pizza restaurants too
I bet I hope
in the
there's
Sacramento area.
There's a lot
definitely
of-
aren't a chain.
They're across from Togo's.
that are across from a Togo's down the
Bro,
street from a high
no!
school and a college.
Yeah, I remember.
Right
I
next
think
to
we
a
brought
park.
up our high school one time, and then a couple times we just said the name. and we
Yeah,
were just like,
I
well,
thought about that too. I was like, we shouldn't.
Did we ever say
should we, does it
McClatchy?
matter? Like,
You
do,
just said it right now. And also, you said it
like,
like
do
I
we-
don't think it
do we
matters.
care? I don't think we care.
Because eventually I want to make an episode where we get people on to like talk about all the shit that happened.
Yeah.
And I feel like
No, I don't care.
no one's gonna not notice of
Right.
like people,
Hey, listeners, do you guys care? Like,
you guys
are
care if you know
Are you
our
gonna stalk us
location?
now? That now they know where I work.
You want to come to my house?
Yeah.
I'm having a
Yeah,
party.
he lives off of this. I just
I'm
like,
having a
give
party
your address.
tomorrow.
give this full
If-
address.
I just dox you guys.
What were you even saying?
You wanna
I
come
forgot.
down?
You were talking about
Oh,
Espresso
I was talking
Metro.
about we were at Metro, me and my homie, and this lady was sitting next to us, and she was like, not to be rude, but I've kind of been listening in on a conversation because her husband is a doctor that works at the UC Davis Medical Center.
Oh boy.
And she was like, honestly, guys, like my husband and all of his colleagues are just trying to tell people like, yeah, it seems all big and scary. Ooh, virus. Like of course it's dangerous, but also like just prepare for. Like she was like, just don't do what you would normally do during
For, like,
like
a
flu
flu,
season.
yeah.
Yeah. She's like, well, just wash your hands, don't touch your face. Like wash your hands when you use the bathroom, all that. Because her main thing was just like, it seems like this ooga booga scary virus, but it's like, it just don't do like you don't have to freaking do anything hella extra. Just like
You have to wear like gas masks.
right.
and stuff.
She literally just said, just prepare for this like you'd prepare for flu season.
Is it not?
See, I think that seems a lot more like.
And I think that's correct.
That makes a lot of sense. I see people who are on social media. It's usually like older people, and are like, "Come on, guys, it's just the common cold." And I'm like,
Yeah,
people aren't dying from the common cold.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I think it's just more or less kind of like a flu.
It's like a very
a lot of the people
severe flu.
Yeah, and a lot of people that were affected that are like dying were already had prior health issues or were like older, so their immune systems were.
It affects older people a lot
that's
more.
That's exactly what she was saying.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's affecting people like children and old people
saw
are
a thing
dying
that was
because
like-
their immune system sucks.
Exactly.
It's not like people. It's not like
us,
really healthy
people
dudes
who
are
are healthy,
passing out.
Exactly, like people who are like, like not. I wouldn't say like younger or like like I was trying to say middle age, but like I don't know,
50.
like people that are like
Young
like
adults.
the average person isn't going to have a weak enough or like a prone enough immune system.
I
to
saw
be
this chart
killed
that
by
was
it.
like, until you were about like the 40-ish range, you only have like a 0.2% chance like mortality rate if you have coronavirus, and it only goes up like if you're like 80 or something. It's like 6%,
Exactly.
and that's still not even like a lot. Because there's been a lot of cases, but not a whole lot of people have died. I don't even know if anyone who had it in the U.S. has died.
I don't think
Besides,
so.
I saw one thing. It was like
I don't know. I'm not gonna.
it was like Washington State, which is Washington, the state.
Yeah.
Somebody
The
had it there and died, and I guess that may have been the first case of someone dying in the U.S. I don't know. It's a really fucking. It's a spooky thing.
It is spooky,
but it's probably not as big of a deal as like a lot of people are making it out to be.
Yeah, it's like it's spooky, but like don't let people freaking fearmonger and be like, oh my gosh, you're gonna die.
Also, don't avoid Asian people.
Yeah, right. Definitely don't use this as an excuse to be racist and ignorant and annoying.
That's
and
exactly
a bigot.
what it is. It's
right?
like basically just an
Oh my
excuse to be
gosh.
racist to people who
It's the
look
worst.
foreign.
Didn't like recently like a Chinese dude got beat up like on the subway or something? Some weird like
yeah,
Why the fuck
like,
would you
like
just beat up a
horrible.
Chinese dude?
Yeah, they're just
because
like they're like the coronavirus is from like I don't even get the mentality of that because there is no logic to it.
well, because they're also Asian Americans. They aren't from China, so it's not like they have
it's
it.
literally just you're just a racist bad person.
Yeah, dude.
Bro,
That's awful.
I don't get all the hype around the coronavirus. The only
don't think it's
corona
hype.
I'm interested.
Dude, I can't wait for coronavirus too.
The only corona I'm interested in is the one with the Lyme disease in it, but it's an actual
You know, that
Lyme, and it's a
reminds me of
Corona
something.
beer. And I
at the
drink
beach
it. It's a
with-
beverage.
At the beach with like a cute babe on my side, and like she's my wife, and like
And she
I'm in
also
love
has a
with her.
Corona.
Yeah, she also has a beer beverage, and like we're
And
there.
she also
with
has
our
a
8
Lyme.
dogs, and like I'm living my best life, and she loves me for who I am.
Yeah.
There was a survey that I saw. I forgot who it was conducted by, but it was
Science.
38% of Americans say they will not drink Corona in fear of the
Yeah,
coronavirus, and I was like,
That's
so
so funny.
38% of Americans are
Oh,
stupid.
it's terrible.
That's
And
really
I was
funny.
sitting there and I was like, maybe this is just like a natural selection thing. Like
God.
maybe that's why the virus is here to
The
ward off
Coors
these
Light
38
disease.
Call me with
Coors-
this a Coors Light virus.
Budweiser virus, Bud Light virus.
No.
I
That's
just I
awful.
don't understand how anyone can think that Corona beer has anything to do with the coronavirus.
Yeah, I saw someone tweet about like the little research thing that they did with that
Yeah.
statistic, and then it was just like, imagine being a CEO and actively losing money because people are stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, like I saw I guess it's kind of in relation because like Corona was like losing stock, but like also the whole stock market's just like going to shit.
It's been
because
very
of the
bad
coronavirus.
recently.
Yeah.
Really bad.
yeah.
I heard it was the lowest it's ever been since the stock market crashed.
all of my stocks have dropped. Like all of them are negative.
That's terrible.
Yeah,
but
all
that's
of them.
wild.
But like epidemics like this do that though, right?
Yeah,
They affect
and
like everything.
It will come back up.
Well, yeah, because people aren't like buying shit.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh.
actually, no. The stocks. I would like to say this. It's really funny because all of the things that like all the stock of things that you would do inside have gone up. So like Nvidia stock's gone up. Like video game market has gone up. Condoms. What else? Just like all like the indoor shit.
Holy
like,
shit! That reminds me of the condom thing. I saw this video. It was like a video from like a clip from like porn or something, and this dude was fucking this girl, but he had like a surgeon's mask on.
No.
And the tag was like, people really be out here like getting it on during the coronavirus. And then someone else was like, two people having sex during coronavirus outbreak circa 2020.
Did they both have masks on or just one of them?
It was just the guy, and I was like,
Did she have the coronavirus?
Yeah.
I guess. And I was thinking,
What
just,
is
like,
the mask
in
gonna do?
context, like, why the
I don't
fuck?
know.
Wait, that doesn't,
Bro, your
because the
peepees.
mask is supposed to keep stuff
But she-
in,
but if you
not
had
keep
a-
stuff
Yeah, but
out.
your peepee's in.
Yeah, but he got a condom on though.
His peepee's in.
Oh, okay.
He's got the corona condom.
The corona
anti-coronavirus
The
condom.
the beer condom.
The big.
Um,
Speaking of beer stuff,
Yes.
I for Christmas I got
beer?
I got
no,
alcohol?
That's illegal.
I got
you
a bar
can't.
of soap that was made of old Milwaukee lager.
Lager?
It's beer soap.
Did
Did you
smell
eat
bad?
it?
No, it smells actually good, and I was like kind of surprised, and
Did
I was
you-
like, shit.
Did you eat it?
Did you
No,
eat
it
it?
didn't. Eat it.
Did it get,
Did you
did
eat
it get
the
you
soap?
Did it get you crunk,
Did
Roberts?
it get in your mouth
Yeah.
accidentally?
Allegedly,
Yeah.
did you get stupid wasted based on this quote unquote soap?
when you
bar?
suck on the soap bar and you just pass out in your shower floor.
you go stupid.
Yeah.
No.
None of that happened.
Nothing
no.
hits quite like the beer soap.
The loggers. Oh yes, the loggers soap bar.
I don't know. It just said it was made of beer. I don't know like what that means. If it's just like an ingredient and like I don't even know how that would go into the process.
I guess
'cause
just
it didn't,
hops
it didn't
maybe.
smell like beer. It had like a scent. The scent wasn't beer. So I was like, what does the beer
Maybe
do?
they just got grains or like hops in it.
It's just got what barley? It just has barley soap.
Yeah,
guess.
Maybe
something.
you smell like a nice pristine field.
Yeah.
Yeah, or I smell like a homeless person.
Wait, what is
drinking
the
beer.
point? Actually, though, are you trying to smell like an alcoholic?
Yeah, wait. What is the goal of it? Is
Yeah,
it
are
just
you
like,
trying to
haha,
smell like
beer
alcohol?
soap? Like
It's just supposed to be beer soap. It's
is it like
called
novelty?
like
Or
yeah,
is
it's like
it-
a novelty thing. I think.
Okay.
The name
Like
of it is
bacon
like
soap?
big ass beer soap bar, or something like
okay.
that. And
like
Jones
some of
big ass beer.
Jones big ass beer soap bar.
Yeah.
And
it doesn't
massage.
even
Yeah.
smell like beer though. So it's not like a so like the whole like you smell like an alcoholic. It's just like beer's an ingredient.
Haha, you
in
smell like
making
clean. Do you
Haha,
guys,
you smell like a field.
it. You smell like LSD.
do you guys remember like circa 2012 when everyone was like, haha, LMAO XD bacon, and there's be like
Yeah.
bacon soap?
And like mustaches too.
Why would
bacon
anyone
soda?
want to smell like bacon grease? Is my question.
They had like bacon mints.
You know,
Why?
that reminds me. Holy shit!
Why-
Fucking McDonald's
Yes.
is
Oh
releasing
yeah, the
a
candles.
the candles. They're releasing candles that smell like all the different ingredients of a quarter pounder.
No.
They got
Pickle
beef-
candle?
Yeah, pickle candle,
Pickle
beef
Rick
candle.
candle.
They got like whole wheat
They
bread.
cannot do
they
that.
have like fresh meat, pickle,
Pickle, cheese.
American cheese.
Yeah.
Imagine you're
American
getting it
football.
on with your SO
And you have
they fucking
Corey
pull
smoke.
out a candle that says American cheese. And they're like, you like this?
Yeah,
imagine
it's like completely
imagine going
dark
over
except
to your
for that.
boyfriend's place and it just smells like a McDonald's.
Oh my gosh.
They lit all of them at once.
would just
It's
make me
you get the-
hungry.
you get the burger smell.
Ice cream
all of
machine.
them lit at once.
I just don't understand, like
The
from a
sweet tea
marketing
machine.
standpoint, why anyone would buy that.
I don't know.
It's
The
not like
broken
it's not like
ice
it's a
cream
good smell. It's
machine.
like I'd be perfectly fine if I got like a chicken nugget candle, like
Chicken
because
nugget.
chicken nugget tastes good.
Does it
So-
smell good though? Would you want your house smelling like a chicken nugget?
Sure. I mean, honestly, I think the whole thing with the McDonald's candles might be a ploy. So like if you light those candles and your room smells like a quarter pounder, you're more inclined to want to go to McDonald's and buy a quarter pounder.
Yeah, it's freaking it's
It's
guerrilla
genius
marketing. Yeah,
some surreal stuff right there. It's like
that's 4D
Do
chess.
they make the fries
marketing.
ones?
fried.
Potato-
I'm surprised
potato
they didn't do
candle?
fries.
That'd be kinda
Freshly
cool.
cut
Fry
potatoes.
candle. What
Which is not
else?
freshly
Can they
cut.
make unsalted though? So I
Yeah.
want fresh fries.
Yeah.
I want,
Can I
a
get the
candle
fresh
that
candle,
smells like
please?
salt.
I like the idea of just like making candle, just random shit. Like what else?
Can you just
lettuce,
make? Can you make
lettuce
candles?
candle?
Lettuce candle. That would just not smell.
vanilla ice cream candle?
Vanilla candle.
Vanilla ice candle?
Actually,
It
vanilla
smells like
ice
vanilla
cream
ice.
candle
It just
is
plays nice. It
probably
It smells
a
like
thing
a dead artist.
because it's just vanilla.
They have a candle or like incense. It's not Aretha Franklin. It's I think Erica Badu.
I can get a candle that
but
smells like
it's-
Aretha Franklin.
It smells like her vagina.
What?
Yeah, have you guys not heard
Wait,
about that?
wait. That's
I think it's
that's
Erica
the chick.
Badu.
That's the chick from Iron Man.
What?
That's
No.
that's the redhead chick from Iron Man. I swear to God, the girl who made Goop,
You can
Pepper
s-
Potts?
Pepper Potts.
She made goop. What
No,
the fuck
I'm
does
talking
that
about a
mean?
black lady,
Have you ever
bro.
heard of Goop?
What does that mean?
It's her brand. It's called
Oh,
Goop.
wait,
Gwyneth
sorry. I'm so
Paltrow.
sorry, Robert. I didn't mean to insult you. You're correct. That lady that played Pepper Potts did make a candle that
That
smells like her vagina.
Is this a different woman that made?
It's, yeah,
What?
it's,
Wait,
it's a
Iron Man
very
lady?
famous singer, songwriter, person, poet, lady, Erica Badu.
Did she? Was
Erica
she an Iron
Badu?
Man?
I don't know how to say her name.
But does her
What?
vagina smell good?
Was she an Iron Man?
No, not
That's what I'm trying
Erica.
to figure
Erica
out.
Badu was not an Iron Man.
Okay,
Okay.
Taylor,
The lady
you
that
seem
played
really
Pepper
confused about the
Potts.
Goop thing. So I'm gonna catch up to speed. Yeah, it's a luxury like brand that sells like a lot of lifestyle stuff. They
Called
sell
Goop?
clothing, beauty, candles that smell like her vagina.
But okay, all right. But also,
Why?
why do we need a pussy candle?
We don't. The answer is that
Also,
we don't.
Can we
There's a
get
lot
like
of, like-
can we get like gooch smell candle?
smell?
like just like dick
Dick candle.
What- dick candle. Like I don't know, they don't really have a distinct smell unless if you haven't showered in like
Yeah.
3 days. So like
I mean, yeah.
non-showered dick candle.
No.
Dandle.
Or ball.
Daniel dick candle.
Shit! Ball sweat candle.
The balls candle. At last.
Can we talk? Okay, first of all, going back to the vagina candle thing that
Yes.
we were talking about,
Get off that ball sweat candle.
I would like to talk about the fact that they also make like vagina beer.
What?
Yeah, like piss, not piss.
Not
It's
piss.
not piss.
You mean like the discharge?
I don't.
Like it tastes like
think-
it tastes like a vagina.
They take the extract of a vagina and they
Oh
put
my
it
God, I
in
did
the
not
beer.
like
squirt,
that sentence.
the
but
I don't
go
know
on.
how it works. I don't know what they
It's
do.
cracking
I don't know how they.
Are we
get
gonna
it.
start making like semen out like beer then?
That's
at this
what I'm
point?
wondering.
Like,
Oh,
I don't know
semen
what
soda.
it means.
Coors Light presents cum. Oh no.
The cum burger.
that reminds me of like just like
I now
remember
pronounce
when
your husband in cum burger.
I remember when there was stuff about like women who would make stuff out of like their period blood, so you'd have like
Oh,
period
yeah.
blood pancakes.
Yeah.
And I was like,
I'm all
no,
See,
no sane woman does that.
Yeah,
It's
I'm-
kind of like on the level of like women that eat their own placenta.
yeah, you know, I'm all for
For
artistic
fiber?
expression and expression of
Artistic
yourself.
expression.
But man, dude, I don't know.
Be artistic.
I don't know
somewhere
about
else.
that.
You know, I'm gonna look up that vagina
don't
beer
know,
because I'm very
Or like,
interested
or like,
in that.
do you guys know bloodletting?
What is
Or not
that?
bloodletting. It's like the bloodletting is back then with. Sorry, I got
Holy
my words
shit.
mixed up. But
Vaginal
bloodletting is like
beer.
back then when they would like be like, oh, you have a fever. We're gonna make a little incision and bleed out the bad blood. That's not all what I want to bring up. What I want to bring up is the thing my friend told me about. Where she was,
I'm gonna tell you this one thing, but it has nothing to do with what I
people,
actually
like
want to tell you.
like girls will save their period blood and like in
Save
jars.
it? What?
I don't know.
For what?
I don't know.
Is it
I
kind of
don't know,
is it
Taylor.
kind of like holy water? Like
I don't know. I
ward
don't
off
know.
bad spirits?
I don't know. I wish I knew. Actually, you know, I'm kind of glad I don't know.
Do many girls do this?
If you
know-
have a jar of period blood, it will
It
ward
was
off
something
evil
weird.
spirits.
I
I
don't
knew
know if it was
someone-
for like witchcraft needs.
I knew
don't
someone
know.
who had
I have no idea.
a baby kitten's head in a jar.
Was it? Did they own the cat?
I saw a
No.
video on YouTube. It was a woman who was eating just a roasted cat. And I was like, people really be out here eating cats
That's
right
really
now.
sad.
And it was like in like a little like grass thing and everything, and it was like standing up,
People
but it was
eat
burnt
anything,
and dead.
though. People will eat
Well, yeah,
anything.
that girl also ate like a turtle or something like that.
I mean,
And I was like,
menstrual
What?
menstrual extraction.
menstrual extraction.
Menstrual
I think that's just
extraction.
a fancy word for period.
menstrual retraction works by creating a vacuum that suctions out the contents of the uterus through the cervix. So you just
The
saving
vacuum?
yo stuff in a jar, which
You know,
to each
ne-
their own.
As soon as we have a female
But for
guest
what?
on this podcast, that's the first thing we're gonna ask her. Is like, do you save your period blood
What-
in a jar?
We're gonna be
What
like,
is the
we're gonna be
point?
like, do you fart?
I don't see the point.
What do you do with it? Do you
I don't
drink
know.
it?
Well,
I
think
hope
it's
not.
Do you
different
mix
for
it?
other-
Is it like a wine mixer? You put it in
when I
there?
googled it, one of the first things that came up, Robert,
It's a
was the-
thing you just like mix with your alcohol.
Yeah,
to, like,
yeah.
take-
Bloody Mary, taking Bloody Mary. to the
literally
next level.
Bloody Mary.
Bloody Mary, am I right?
I put my pissy blood in it.
Funny blood joke.
Pissy blood.
Pee blood.
one of the first things that came up was the girl that made cookies with it, and I was like,
Yeah, that was really gross.
interesting.
It was. Oh my god. I always seem to just like remember random shit during this podcast, and I just say, "Oh, that reminds me." I've done that like 3 times so far, but that reminds me of something.
Yes,
What is it?
The girl who got like
the girl with the
expelled
dragon
from her,
tattoo.
the girl who got expelled from high school because she was trying to give people cookies with her grandma's ashes in it.
Oh,
Why would
Why?
you do that?
I don't know, and I was like,
was she? Was it out of malice?
She just
I
hates
am-
her
I am not
grandmother.
sure.
She's like, I'm gonna give.
she just like baked cookies that had her grandma's ashes in it, and was
Well-
like, "Yo, you want a cookie?" And I think the person found out because they were like, they thought maybe it was like a weed cookie or something like that, and it was like, no, it was much
Did
worse.
she tell them like after? Like they.
I think because she asked, and she was like, "Oh, it has my grandma's ashes." It's
Why
like
would you say that?
hella casually.
Bro, okay.
This was in Davis.
What I imagine.
Yeah, it was in Davis. It was hella
It
close.
was in Davis in freaking 2018.
What I imagine is it's just like she goes up, she's like, "You want a cookie?" They're like, "Oh yeah, sure, I'll take a cookie." They take a bite of it, and like instantly she's like, "Ha! That's my grandma. You just took a bite of my grandma." And then they just
You just
fucking-
ate
they're
my
like,
grandma.
Why would you do this to me? And that's it. That's the only real outcome. Why would you
Just
make
like,
me do this?
Got him.
That's not even funny.
Like,
Like,
what
just
if they-
ate a human being.
Well, what if they tasted good? Because like, is it even like it's weird? But it's like, how is that?
Would you finish the cookie?
Is that? I think I would honestly if it was
that-
good.
If it was her grandma's ashes in there.
I mean, I don't
That's
know.
a dead.
I take those
person
ashes, sprinkle
that
them
could've
on some
been-
McDonald's fries. It's not salty.
I would be
enough.
more. I would be grossed out
You
for
take
sure.
the
I would.
ashes and you shake the bag with the fries on it. It's like a flavor
They're all
coater. You remember
gray.
when McDonald's had the flavor shakers
Yes. What
for
happened?
the fries? What the
happened with
fuck?
that?
Yeah, those
the
were
Water
good.
Hutters.
The flavors, the
little flavor
little
shakers.
bags
It
that you
was like,
put them in.
ah, ranch.
Yeah, ranch.
That's what they
That's
call
the only
them.
one I ate. It was good. I like the ranch one.
I think they had like a spicy one. I don't remember.
Yeah,
Damn.
and you put your fries in it, and then you'd shake it, and then at the end of it all, you'd have flavored fries from McDonald's.
Yeah, I'd be like, oh,
That's
spicy
kinda cool.
garlic.
Yeah, it was
cinnamon
really
sauce.
good.
Huge fan.
It was good.
You
So
know what was a letdown?
what was
What?
let down?
The Szechuan sauce. Like after all that hype from brick and mortar fans and all
Yeah.
that, it was just okay. Like it was
It's
fine.
not fantastic. I ate it. It was good.
I had it, but I was like, I mean,
I mean, I enjoyed
Wasn't
it.
that good?
It wasn't something that I was
originally
like insanely like impressed by. I was
Yeah,
like,
I
yeah, it's
agree.
alright. It's good sauce.
it wasn't bad. It was just kind of like,
It was
was this
overhyped.
worth it? Was this worth it?
Yeah. Some
It was
people
just
spend like
overhyped. So like everyone had like
thousands of
high
dollars.
expectations, and then it was just like it's just fucking sauce.
Yeah, I remember.
It's
being-
Mulan sauce.
Yeah,
Come on.
exactly.
Do you think they're gonna re-release it for the new Mulan movie?
If they do, they better make it good, or at least make it better.
It's
rather.
it's whatever, however it tastes, it's gonna be better than how that fucking movie's gonna be.
I mean,
I have absolutely zero hope for that movie.
do you have a problem with remakes, Robert Welch?
I think you do.
I think I do, and I think we're gonna save that for after the ad break.
Oh, okay.
We also have a new voice message from the man, the myth, the legend, the voice of the intro and the outro, Brandon Friesen.
That was my
Is
response.
that R2D2?
Yes. No.
This is my response.
Oh.
Dang. So we'll be right back after the ad break.
Yeah, we won't lie. This
Stay
is definitely
tuned.
us when we take an ad break.
Hope you're enjoying the show. Please excuse the wait while we take an ad break. Welcome back. Here's your regularly scheduled programming.
Welcome back to the Why the Fuck podcast. We have a motherfucking voice message
A voice message
from a viewer
from
and
a
who also
fan.
happens to be the voice behind the only reason this podcast is popular. We know you guys only watch this podcast because you want to hear his voice.
Yeah, because of the freaking
Admit it.
sick ass
Admit it.
voice.
He sounds like this,
That's
but a little bit deeper.
It was really good.
He really be like,
Hi guys, welcome to the podcast. Okay, listen.
But the
That's
opposite.
the whole
of
intro.
that.
that
we
is
we
the
were
intro.
joking earlier before we started that like he goes, the boy Brandon goes into like stores and it's just like. He's just like, yes, I would like a bag for that.
Do you know
I'll
what
use my
the,
credit card.
do you know what the sriracha is? Thank you.
Yeah, so
My
we're gonna
fellow
play his voice
Americans.
message.
I always tip. What do you mean?
We're gonna play the voice message, and let's hope he doesn't shit on us.
That was really good.
I forgot he's a
That's
voice
cool.
actor,
Well, he's
so
great
that
at
makes
it.
sense in why.
It's freaking awesome.
What was
I
his
didn't-
name?
Matt Mercer.
No, his name was Brandon.
No, the character's name.
Oh, it was
Oh, fondle
fondle my balls.
my balls. It was something funny.
Fondle my
It
balls.
was like fondle. He's like,
Let us fondle my balls.
That's funny.
Real jokes to
good.
hear.
damn
So,
straight.
favorite childhood movie?
Damn, dude. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a tough
Robert, I know your answer.
What's my answer?
Power
Legacy.
Rangers.
Oh, I love how. Great. My question was answered for me. Yes, it was going to be Tron Legacy. Yes.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say that because I know you like that movie. I figured you'd say that.
It's my
or-
favorite movie, just
It's-
in general of like
Really?
all time. Yes,
You have a favorite movie of all
I
time?
would.
Yeah.
It's a film.
and it's Tron Legacy.
What's that? What's that really bad Power Rangers movie?
Turbo.
Whoa.
Turbo. That's the one people hate though. Turbo. Power
There's
Rangers?
one-
Well, yeah, but I think on the scale of all three Power Ranger movies, the newest one was the worst.
Oh, I don't know.
Well,
are you talking about like an older
The
one?
Yeah, I was talking about an older one that
I-
people didn't like.
I think it's
Probably Turbo then. Yeah.
People,
Okay, well, I was gonna say that one for Robert Welch, but
But yeah, of course, the one that people don't like.
Turbo, a
is
Power Ranger movie.
I like the first one.
with Ivan
The,
Ooze.
the Ivan Ooze. I smell teenagers. That's really weird.
I still have
That's
this
kinda
picture on my
gross.
phone.
And then yeah, definitely not Turbo. I mean, Turbo's all right, but it's just kind of, it's weird. The thing, okay, I'm gonna sidetrack real quick. The thing that really bugged me about the movies compared to the show,
Yeah.
is that like with both movies, they had like an arc. Like in the first movie, they got like new powers and stuff, and the whole thing happened. But then in the show, they just completely acted like the movie didn't exist, and they got their powers in a different way. And the same thing happened with the second movie. And I was like, well, then why even make the movie if it's retconned in the show and didn't exist? Sorry, I needed to get that out.
No, please. It's
the Power
okay.
Rangers rant.
Yes.
Power Rangers rant, part 1
of 8.
of 8. Amelia, what's your favorite childhood movie?
Oh my gosh. I remember when I was a little kid, and still, I freaking grew up really liking Godzilla movies.
Mm-hmm.
I like the whole. I freaking watched the entire franchise. I love those movies to death, and I remember specifically going to a Blockbuster with my family and then seeing 2 movies, and I was like,
I don't know which one to rent.
and it was between the really doo-doo 1998 Godzilla from 1998, the Godzilla movie from the American one rather,
Yeah.
where he's like tiny and he doesn't shoot the atomic breath and he looks kind of dumb. It actually looks pretty cool. It was that, and then Godzilla Tokyo SOS, which was the tightest shit I've ever seen in my life. Like little kid me had his mind blown because I took home Tokyo SOS, and I don't remember the plot. I just remember freaking Godzilla and Mothra were fighting or something, and then also Mechagodzilla's there, and he's shooting
Yeah.
lasers out of his chest and out of his mouth, and it's crazy.
Dragon Sword.
Yeah, really. Freaking Mechagodzilla is the best, and also just
So
I
your
guess
favorite
just
movie is
the Godzilla franchise.
Just the whole franchise.
Because it's hard because like I like a lot of them, but as far as just like childhood movies, like stuff that really shaped what I liked as a kid, it would probably be those movies.
Yeah. What about you, Taylor?
I watched a lot of the Godzilla movies when I was younger too, but that's not probably what I would say. I'd probably say like if I were to say like a childhood movie, like one that I was like obsessed with as a child,
Yeah.
probably like Nightmare Before Christmas.
Nice.
That's like that was the movie that I was like just like this is clay. and then
This is
my
clay.
mind was like blown, and then I still enjoy that movie. I think that's a great movie. Even today, I watched it like somewhat recently, and it was still good. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I have like a bunch of collectibles and stuff still, and
They
I
don't
still
make
somewhat
movies
collect
like
them.
they used to.
That's such a good
Animation.
movie though,
Animation.
y'all. Just watch it, even though you've all probably seen it.
You know, I'm going to make a huge prediction right here. In the coming decade, there's going to be a Nightmare Before Christmas CGI remake.
Oh, that's going.
I'm calling it right fucking now.
Nightmare Before Christmas live action.
Live action.
Live for Christmas on ice.
Speaking of remakes, and I think it's really convenient that Brandon's thing happened to talk about movies.
Robert, you didn't talk about your movie.
I spoiled it, and I'm sorry for that.
Okay.
But why do you like Trom?
Trials Fusion.
Trials, the video game,
Yeah.
2015.
Why do you like Ridge Racer?
I don't know. I saw the movie. I didn't see the original like before that because I was not really like interested in the original. But then like I started. I think it came out in 2010, so I was 8 when the movie came out. I saw it in theaters in 3D IMAX because I was like, I'm gonna be a cool kid. I'm gonna see this in 3D, and like I was just like mesmerized because like even today like the CGI is like really good, and like I feel like I could go on. I want to make a whole video about just like everything I like about the movie because I get shit on for saying that it's my favorite movie because like the story has its problems, and it's not like, you know, it's not like the Dark Knight level of like cinema, you know, but I think it has a lot of things going for it other than just like its visual flair. So I think that's just a movie that like stuck with me for a really long time. And I was just like, you know what? If I had to pick my favorite movie, it's either this or Shrek 2.
Really?
No, I'm kidding.
Okay.
I really do like Shrek 2 though. It's a good movie. I have a friend who says that Shrek 1's better than 2, and he's lying. He also says that High School Musical 2 is the worst one, and he's also lying about that.
Well, I
I've
cannot weigh in
only-
on that argument.
I've only
Yeah, you haven't seen a
watched-
single High School
Never
Musical
seen High School
movie.
Musical. I never watched those movies. growing
I've
up.
only
You know
watched Camp Rock 2, so I
other
feel like I'm
musical.
somewhat equipped to talk about High School Musical.
Yeah, they really be out here making a lot of musicals. You got High School Musical, Camp Rock, Teen Beach Movie.
Lemonade Mouth.
Well,
Was that not a
kind
musical?
of. I mean,
I don't remember.
it kind of is. And then Zombies.
That was a musical?
That's a musical.
Wow. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't
Wait,
know that.
was that the one about?
That was the one I was talking about with this like the segregation,
Yeah, I
like
was about to say,
undertones.
like, yeah, that's what I was.
That's
gonna
a
say.
whole like another topic.
Segregation.
Maybe zombies are people.
Oh,
Damn.
so yeah, so I'm glad Brandon's thing was about movies because that we wanted to talk about movie remakes,
Movie remakes.
because Emilio had some opinions about the new Mulan movie, and
You
I
had
had
some
opposing opinions.
You had some opinion.
Do you want me to give my case?
I would love, please.
Okay.
Please cite your sources.
So I was gonna say that the Mulan movie
Okay.
is not gonna be good.
Okay.
And I have a couple of reasons.
Please.
Open the case.
I would love.
Open case number 15.
Yeah. Case.
Because
Exhibit
It was
A.
it was the $200.
Defendant?
Yes.
Please
Deal or
speak
no
your case.
deal.
Overruled. I've been
Objection?
Yeah. Esquire.
magazine.
Judge Judy.
You just
So-
slap Howie Mandel in the face.
I don't think Howie Mandel's a judge.
He is in Deal or No Deal.
Simon Cowell.
When you pick the cases,
That is Howie Mandel. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. I thought he was just on.
he's like pick a case and then you just
X-Factor.
slap him in the forehead.
I think
in
he's
the
on
fat forehead.
Like pick the buzzer, deal or no deal. He just touches bald head. I want to do that. I want to feel. I'm sorry. Continue. Move
Everything
on.
still goes
Okay.
off. Like
So
the like
sorry.
gas goes off. It's like psh.
You win.
Yeah.
So-
all you have to do is touch his head.
So
Secret
Disney's Mulan 2020
It is
is
coming out this
not
year.
going to be a good movie
because
please. Well, for one, it's a live action remake
Okay.
of a animated movie that was perfectly fine.
that is fair.
Um,
will-
it's no longer all of the original music is not in the movie. At
Really?
least
They
You
made
didn't know
new
that?
music.
No.
it's not a musical. They don't sing, so all the all the music is not in there.
Okay.
Wait,
It
so
might
what is
be in
it?
like instrumental form because the trailer had one of her songs
Make
in
a
there.
man out of you?
Huh?
Or did it have like a instrumental version of Be a Man? Is it Make a Man Out of You or Be a Man?
No, there was the instrumental of it was the song where she was all like in the rain and she was like
When Will My
yeah.
Reflection
Yeah, reflection.
Show?
so
Wait, how are they gonna make it not a musical?
it's supposed to be based on the original book.
So it's just gonna be about like a female warrior acting like a man,
Yeah.
and that's it. It's not gonna be like
That's it. Yet
Disney-esque.
it's still Disney, but it has nothing to do with the animated thing. It's based on the book.
Okay.
Which is kind of weird considering
I
they make.
I haven't seen anything about I've realized that Disney's been making a lot of remakes, like live action remakes.
Yeah.
But I haven't like seen them or like watched the trailers.
Most of them aren't good.
Yeah.
The only one that I think actually was good was the Jungle Book.
But like I
But
said, I
like-
don't watch trailers either.
Yeah.
So,
So,
That's
but
fair.
like
yeah.
yeah, it's a
Or it makes
it's a
sense,
live
right?
action remake of an animated movie that was perfectly fine. There's no more
Yes.
music. Mushu's not in it, who was one of the most likable characters of the
Yeah, that's
animated
unfortunate.
movie.
They said
because
Eddie Murphy can die.
he's not in the book, and that's the
And then he
reason they
did.
said that he wasn't in it. But then at the same time, there's like this witch, like demon lady in the movie who was also not in the book. So then from my perspective, it's like, well, if you're cutting out a character because he wasn't in the book, why are you adding a new character that wasn't in it either?
Are they also not gonna have the dude?
Yeah, that whatever his fucking name
I
was,
don't know. I can't forget.
Shang something.
Shang Tsung.
Yeah, and I saw something about that. The reason they
Qui-Gon.
weren't going to do it is because this was what they said, but nobody believes it. Just having like an authoritative, like love interest figure to like a woman was just like it was inappropriate or someone like that. And I was like,
Well, that's stupid because
the entire internet collectively agreed that it was because of China and all those like homosexuality thing.
Oh, yeah.
Because there was like some sexual tension in the movie, like the original one, between the guy and Mulan before she revealed
yeah,
herself.
100%. He was like, "Damn, that dude is."
So it was
good.
that was probably why. Because what was he? I don't know if he was in the book. I feel like people wouldn't have been uproaring about it if he wasn't in the book because in the whole like getting rid of Mushu thing. But yeah, he's not in it, and he's like a central part of like the animated movie.
Yeah,
and
that's really like the only one of the only good
that is pretty
characters.
weird.
Yeah. There was also I didn't like what they were doing with the villain. What's his name? The Mongolian guy.
I'm not gonna.
I feel like he was so much more menacing in the animated movie, and I see him in the new movie, and he just doesn't look like cool. Like they could have had so many ways that they could have made him look, like intimidating and scary, like having the gold like glowing eyes, and he just looks like.
Does he not have the eyes anymore?
No, he just looks like a normal fucking
okay,
guy
that's
that just
lame.
happens to look. He looks like a cosplayer for the. So like, I don't know. I just feel like there's a lot of things going against the movie, and then there's like out of like that spectrum, like complaints like, well, it's another live action remake that Disney does too many of those, or like the actor who's playing Mulan supports not Hong Kong, but supports the Chinese government, and it was just like
this, that, and the other.
that whole thing. So like, I just feel like there's a lot riding against the movie, and it's probably not going to do well. And I just think because of you're basing it on the book, and it's still made by Disney, you're losing all those people who would have actually went to see a live action remake of the musical, the animated movie.
Yeah, exactly.
So they're just kind of like digging themselves a hole. Unless if you happen to have read the book and haven't seen the animated movie, which is like nobody,
Right.
probably.
Okay.
So that yeah,
That's everything you just said was a solid argument, I will say. My like reasoning for having hope in the movie mainly stems from my just view of Remakes, which is like I will admit not having Mushu and like taking out freaking, I feel bad I don't know his name.
Asian make a man out of you guy.
Yeah, the
I'm gonna find his
general
name.
Military guy. It's not Shang Tsung, obviously, but like Mortal Kombat guy. Your soul
Shao
is
Kahn.
mine. It's fucking Quan Chi.
Yeah.
It's Li Shang.
Li Shang. Not
Shang.
having Li Shang and
So we
freaking-
got the Shang part right. We just had it in the wrong spot. So you
One
said it was
attitude.
based on your opinions of
Shanghai.
remakes.
yeah, in general. Which
You have
is,
hope for the Disney remake?
I do, because specifically with this one,
Heard Aladdin did pretty well.
I like.
I don't know.
I heard Lion King did really well.
Okay.
I heard
look,
Beauty and the
I'm talking
Beast
about Lion
did
King.
really
Lion
well.
King is a good example. When you said, okay, they're remaking this movie in live action, it's a really cool animated movie, and it's kind of lame. That's like Lion King. I think is stupid because it is
What?
just it's a no the remake.
Oh,
The original Lion King is a great movie. It's a
I love
great
the
fun.
original.
Well, I think the
freaking
Lion
movie.
King remake was just like
Why does this exist? It is an animated movie. You just made it look live action, and it's like literally the same movie.
that's kind
What
of
was
like the
even-
argument with
I
like the
kinda
Pokemon
like
movie
that idea.
that came out and everyone's talking about.
Yeah.
But I feel like the Lion King movie was also just like fucked up because, again, they lost the musical aspect. They tried to make it serious.
Yeah.
And they tried to market it as a live action movie when the whole movie is CGI.
Exactly. Well,
I didn't.
And then at the same time, they also just like lost all the like artistic, like originally the movie was supposed to have like, they were supposed to like show expression and, like animated characters. And they were like, you know what? Real lions don't make that face. So we're just going to make them
Obviously.
look that they tried to go way too hyper realistic with it to the point where like you couldn't really have emotion on their faces. And everything just felt like really lame. And Scar, by the way, Scar looked really. It's the same thing as the Mongolian guy from Mulan. They just like
made him look lame.
They made him look lame because they didn't take any like artistic, creativity.
They're like, what if we took all of the fun parts from
out of the Lion King and
then just made it like lame and boring, made it look like a documentary, even though it's still animated, which defeats the purpose.
Yeah, it's a National Geographic documentary.
I just don't like personally. I don't like it when people or studios or whoever remake movies. Like literally either shot for shot or it's like almost exactly the same. Pokemon. I just think it's kind of what's the value in that? Like I like it when you remake a movie and you give it like maybe follow the same story beats, but like you kind of do something different with it. So it's like with Mulan, they took out all this stuff, which like that is really lame. Like it's stuff that is crucial. Well, I would think
at least the animated movie.
Yeah, but like with this, it's like from the trailer, it just looks like this badass movie about a freaking Chinese girl pretend to be a boy swinging a sword, and I'm like, it's fun.
It looks pretty cool. I just think it's like hard to get over the fact that like this could have been better, and this was technically not based on. It was based on the book, but like it's a remake of a movie that like I don't know. They didn't. If they followed that, it would have been a lot better. They could have followed Mulan 2, and it could have been better. The unneeded sequel.
I guess I just like. Why would you want to see a movie, whether it's updated or not, that you've already seen?
People were talking about that with the Pokemon movie.
The Pokemon movie is a good example.
It's the same reason that you would buy a movie on Blu-ray or in 4K over just buying a normal DVD. It's like you want to see like the quality improve, and that's why you would watch like a frame-by-frame recreation of a movie.
I get it.
I don't know if that's necessarily like the same
to me. To me,
I mean, that's. I don't think it's the like.
I don't know if that's necessarily the same thing. I don't think I'm gonna be like up in arms because I saw Batman 1989 in like 480p and then I bought it again in 4K.
Well, no, because the thing is that it's not supposed to be like it's. I feel like they also put like their own elements on it. Like so I feel like there's no remake that's gonna be like 100% accurate to the original, like frame by frame. Unless you're talking off like
the remake of Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho is literally this. It's the same movie. Like it is an exact that's not hyperbole. Like it is an exact recreation of the film.
I would say I guess that's what I mean though. Like I don't know. I guess it's just different qualities. Like that new like I said, like movie? Different actors maybe. Like you just want to see someone doing a different role, or like maybe it's just like I said before, it's the same reason people would buy like a remastered version of a video game or like a remastered version of an album. I feel like with like especially like the Disney movie remakes, like it's not bad that they're making them, it's just they're not good. Yeah, and I don't know what goes into it just ending up not being good. I don't know if it's just maybe they go a little bit too realistic, like, or maybe just they lose a lot of like the essence that made the original so good. That's like I'm fucking scared for that Lilo and Stitch live action thing that they're doing on Disney Plus. Like, that's like what the fuck is that? Can we be real though for a second? There's a reason that Disney blew up with these movies because they were animated and they were done by Disney. Like at that time when Disney was making good shit.
That period is literally called the Disney Renaissance.
Yeah, really. Like there's a reason. There's a reason that none of these movies are living up to the originals, and you know why? Because the originals were good. They were like the best that you could get. Disney was on top of everything.
I think it's like a mix of like, you can't be better than the original, and also just this live action remake is just happens to not really be that good either. Like I said, I think the only one that actually was like good or like equal to the original was the Jungle Book one. And like all the other ones, like Beauty and the Beast and stuff, they were just like,
I remember hearing like I really wanted to see Beauty and the Beauty and Beast remake because I love the original movie and I'm just curious to see what they did. But also, I ended up hearing that it was just kind of like lame.
I can at least give it credit for sticking to the musical thing because they actually kept the movie like that, and I was like, that's pretty cool. I didn't see the Cinderella remakes. I don't know if those were still musicals or not.
I haven't seen any of the Disney remakes.
Actually, you know what was a good Disney remake? Fucking Alice in Wonderland, the first one, not the second one.
Oh, the Tim Burton one.
The Tim Burton one.
Yeah,
was licensed.
Tim Burton the first one?
Huh? No, not the. Yeah. Well, like he produced it, I think.
Yeah.
The
one with the
first Alice in Wonderland.
The one with Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
The first remake. Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about the first remake.
Yeah,
okay.
no, not
yeah,
the
I was like
50s,
the
not the
first one. I was like, I
Yeah,
don't
that
think
was
Tim
that
Burton-
was a
cartoon.
pretty.
That was
solid
definitely
remake.
not
I think
the
that
first
was.
one.
you're like that's definitely not Tim Burton.
I think
Yeah.
that was technically the first Disney remake,
I think you're right.
and I think it was like probably
Cool.
the best one.
It was cool. It was. I mean, it was a little. I'm not gonna lie. It was a little weird because didn't it like I couldn't remember if it was the first one or through the second one where like they add it. It was like they added like this great war or something. You know what I'm talking about?
It may have been the first one because I remember Alice becoming like a knight at the end of the movie and like fighting a dragon.
Oh
and shit like
yeah,
that.
I remember that too.
And I guess that kind of goes against my entire argument. Of
Yeah,
like,
your whole argument like, oh, they got to change things
oh,
up.
yeah. But it's like, all the change things is they're good because I was about to criticize the movie for
Changing it
yeah,
up.
for changing things
Yeah.
up. But in this case, I'm definitely going back on my word. But it's like I didn't like it because Alice in Wonderland is a story about this little girl and she goes to this place that doesn't make sense. It's just she just has to
I
deal
think
with it.
it's really
and in the movie, it's
situational.
like there's war and chaos. And it's like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
well, I thought it was just a funny, silly cartoon.
I
But-
think your argument
Yeah.
still makes sense because it's kind of situational. Like if it screws up the whole story that they had going, then maybe it's not for the best. But some people, the movie did well, so obviously like the Great War thing didn't affect the
Yeah.
movie too much.
Yeah,
It's just kinda
exactly.
weird.
Another
And I don't
thing-
think it makes it like a bad movie. I still enjoyed it. But
Another thing is Tim Burton is just a really good like director, and like anything that he really works on
ends up being
works.
pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like, cause like I don't think I've ever seen a Tim Burton movie that I didn't like. Or like, I mean, besides, I think there was
Okay.
like this one war movie that I never even watched by him, so I can't give my
It's
opinion.
called Frankenweenie.
Freaking- yeah, but like I don't know. Like I think Tim Burton, like I think that like he's just a solid. Like he does good in movies, like all in all. And so
Yeah.
like
Solid
the fact
director.
that they like put him even on the project is gonna improve the quality of the project. You know.
Yeah, for the most part.
But
Unless if you're Charlie in the Chocolate Factory.
did you not like that movie?
I thought it was good.
That was cool. That's a movie that from my childhood that me and Eli would rewatch that movie to death. I don't know why. We just really liked it. But like you said, my whole argument I guess is pretty situational, which sucks because it's not a very good argument then. But
Yeah.
like with the Mulan remake, I do have hope for it, or at least I hope that I can enjoy it. But I think overall it probably definitely won't be as good because like they're changing a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Almost like you said, like freaking taking out like 2 vital characters, or at least
Literal main
1.5
characters.
vital characters.
They were like really important to the animated movie.
Yeah, it's a little bit.
I feel like it's just them deciding to go with the book is really just like isolating their audience, and it's gonna like screw them up.
So just real quick on the other spectrum of that, do you know the trailer for the Candyman remake dropped? Like
I saw that.
and oh my gosh,
I
first of
didn't
all,
see the trailer yet. I don't know if I'm gonna watch the trailer. I'm
does-
like hyped for the movie though.
yeah, dude. Okay, as someone who freaking loves the original Candyman,
It's a
freaking-
good movie.
this is a pretty damn good movie. Seeing the trailer for the remake made me really happy because it's a different story, but it's not like it's literally like the exact same characters doing the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Not that would have been necessarily bad, but I'm glad to see them do something different. I
I'm
guess.
sure the
That's
movie's
good.
gonna be good.
Yeah, it
because
looked-
it's made by Jordan Peele.
Yeah,
And
Jordan
he-
Peele wrote the screenplay, and I'm
banger
like, that's
after
all.
banger.
Honestly, that's all you had to say.
I
Even
wanna
if it was like a
see it.
shot-for-shot remake, I'd probably still see it.
I definitely want to see it. But what threw me off a little bit, and just about horror remakes in general recently,
Yes.
like I remember both of us, you and I, were pretty thrown off by the Black Christmas remake.
Oh my god. Yeah. No, that was.
Yeah, like
And it's like this. First of all, it's the second remake, which is stupid.
yeah, but the thing is that it just they made it a slasher.
Sounds kind of lame.
Yeah. No.
In the original movie, it was like extremely suspenseful.
Yeah, it's a creepy, weird movie.
and then it's like
great.
it doesn't really have to do with Christmas. Honestly,
Like it takes place during Christmas.
yeah, but you can't really tell a lot of the time. And I feel like they tried to make it so Christmassy, like in the new trailer or like in the trailer for that movie. Like I haven't seen it, so I can't give my opinion. But like,
Right.
Yeah.
they made it like extremely Christmassy, and I feel like there wasn't like besides the fact that it was on Christmas, there wasn't really like an indication that it was a Christmas horror movie. Like it's about a dude in an attic.
Yeah,
You know?
and I think and that's why it's scary too, is because it's just like about these freaking sorority girls in this big old house, and then like this dude is also in there, unbeknownst to them, just slowly picking them off one by one. Whereas the new movie just kind of looked like, all right, there's these girls in college, and then there's also like a guy who's dressing in black and is killing them. But like in public, like there's a scene I think in the trailer where, like you see like this dude in black just grab one of the girls, but they're like walking down the street. I think there's other people there, and I'm just like, this is just weird. I don't know. Maybe my argument's wrong. I don't know.
You know what I do want to talk about?
I don't know, man.
This is completely
I
off.
just like
topic.
movies.
Really need to get
Yeah, I do
to
too.
that other topic.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I've been doing this.
Can I talk one thing? They made a new Doom movie.
They
Did you know that? Yeah.
They made a new Doom.
Doom, like the game.
Doom video game, another movie after the Rock one.
Is it good?
What?
I heard it was really bad.
When did it come out?
Like
Wait.
last year,
Was it
2019.
theaters?
No,
Oh, okay. I was like, how did none of us?
So
like,
it's not a big budget movie.
not that I know of, and I
Straight
think
to
it's
video?
animated as well.
oh,
I believe.
Wait, is it called Doom Annihilation?
Yeah, Doom Annihilation.
Holy crap! I see
is it 3D?
Wait, this doesn't even.
like sorry.
This also does. This just looks like the other Doom movie. Like the screen, like the shots that I'm seeing of it, it just looks like.
I don't know anything about it besides the fact that it exists and that people
2019.
don't like it.
It's,
But I love Doom, bro, and I even liked the Rock one. I didn't like it because I didn't think it was a good movie, but I liked it for what it was. Like I feel like they did a good job at making it feel like UAC or UF. Is it UAC?
UAC.
UAC, yeah. And then I felt like they just made it feel like Doom 3, like entirely.
I'm be real with you. This does just look a lot like. It looks like a worse version of the other Doom movie.
Is it live action?
Yeah, it's live action.
It's kinda
Oh,
cool.
really? I thought it was animated.
It gives me like alien vibes.
got a
'cause I
woman.
just see like gross monsters and then like a girl with a gun.
A
and-
big-
I'm gonna
big-
watch it
big
tonight.
fucking gun.
I already
Watch
made
it.
the plan that I'm gonna watch it tonight.
Nice.
But I was
Nice.
just thinking about that because that was on my mind. I was like, I have the original Doom movie, and it's not good, but there's like a 3-minute section that is good,
Yeah.
where it's in first person, and
Oh,
it
yeah.
feels like
I
Doom.
remember that. So,
Yes.
while
But
we have
basically movies exist.
movies exist,
And they are good
while we
sometimes.
have Taylor riled up, our last topic,
Oh.
Taylor, I think you should
Yeah, please.
take it away.
Preface this. Okay, there's these people on our campus that just harass us constantly. We can't.
Think of it like when you go into a mall and all the people at like the stands are
Yeah.
just trying to like, hey, you want me to clean your shoes?
Yeah, or like, hey, you want to
Try
try
to
this
coerce
product?
you to buy
I
like
got some
$50
lotion for your face, bitch. Get over here. Get over here to this cart and put some lotion on your face, bitch. It's dry. No, but what I'm thinking about is like, imagine okay, this is like a dumb example, but like, imagine walking through Vegas, just like the normal, like just normal parts of Vegas, and then getting to the strip and then walking down the strip and then walking past the strip and then just back into like the normal streets. Like that's how it feels like when I'm walking on campus, because there's one strip there. It's like between the parking garage and the main campus.
I know exactly that strip you're talking about.
It's this one strip, and there's always at least 5 people with little tables out there promoting whatever the fuck they're promoting.
There's people with like mini Bibles. There's dudes who are like, hey, you want to hear my CD?
There's
Yeah,
people that
really.
will put a CD in your hand. They'll be like, here, and they'll hand it to you. And then as soon as you grab the CD, they're like, okay, that's $10. And then you
Just give
kind of give them the CD back, and then they harass you because you didn't buy it.
Yeah, they're like, oh man, for real. And it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't
I
know
thought you listened to real music. I thought you listened to that happened to me the other day, and they're like,
You listened
"Oh
to
yeah,
real
you're listening." I didn't grab his fucking mixtape. He's like, "Oh, that's why you're wearing a Misfits shirt. You fucking like whatever." And he went off on me, and I was wearing a fucking Ski Mask the Slump God shirt, and it said "Ski" on it.
So he's just stupid.
I was like, "What the fuck?"
That's why you're wearing a Fall Out Boy shirt.
Misfits out of this.
That's why you're wearing a Misfits shirt.
Yeah, you don't know. He's like, "You don't know hip hop." I was
We're
like,
wearing a Proto
"What
Men
are you
shirt.
talking about?"
I saw that earlier and I was like, you know what? I saw a cover by the Proto Men.
Do you know this band?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, Robert, I love you.
Am I the only person that? It's not.
No one else
common for
knows
people?
what this band is that I know.
I saw them do a cover
'cause you
of
know it.
"In the Air
Thank you.
Tonight,"
Yeah.
and I really enjoyed it. But yeah, fucking, I was on campus and I was trying to go to like a meeting. I was literally only there for the meeting, not even for a class. And I was like, my meeting's in like 3 minutes. I need to get to the building now. And the dude's like, "Yo, you want to buy my CD?" And I was just like, "Oh, I'm not sure, man. You know." I don't carry cash on me for one,
Yeah.
so I can't even give him money anyway
Right.
because I only have a card. But at the same time, I was just like, I was trying to get out of the conversation, and then he was like, "Okay, dude, what well, next time I see you, I'm gonna make a bet, and I made a bet with him that if he sees me the next day, then that I have to buy it. So luckily, I didn't go to campus the next day.
Well, even if you did, you would have been
You
like,
know what's so sad though?
I lied.
Like sometimes you just have to watch people get harassed. Like you don't have to watch it, but like you do, because like people are.
You just have to stand there
because you're like walking by and you see it happening, and these people, like I saw this one time. This dude, it was on the strip that I'm talking about.
Yep.
And this dude was like handing out a CD, and he handed it to the dude, and he's like, "Oh, thanks, man. That's really cool of you to give me a CD." And he's like, "Oh no, it's gonna be like whatever." And then he's like, "Oh, I don't have like the money or whatever." He's like, "That's what that's what Venmo's for, bro. Like that's what PayPal's for, bro." Like he said something shit like that. I was like, "What the fuck, man?
Yeah, bro,
just like stop
it's like-
harassing people."
Yeah, bro,
They
let these
act
people go
like
to
they're-
class.
Yeah,
Like, I'm
literally,
just trying
like
to go
these
to
people are
stats.
trying to get somewhere. Like there's a
Yeah.
reason that they're walking
Yeah.
down this, because they're probably walking from the parking garage to their class. They probably don't
They
even have
act
that
like
much
they're
time.
really entitled. Like you
Yeah.
have to buy their
Like,
CD
they're-
because
like,
it's
they're all
just
that.
that fucking good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's like a random like SoundCloud rapper with like 3 followers.
And it won't
Just
even-
like
Dude, oh my gosh.
It won't even be just rappers. Like the political people are just as bad.
That's
I
true.
see
I
people
can see
out
that
here
too.
fucking yelling at people. I've seen political people catcalling women,
Yep.
being like, "Hey, beautiful, come over here to my
what
tent."
political people were out there? Because I only see.
There's the Bernie people, the Trump people.
Wait, there's Trump people.
Yeah, there was a Trump dude out there with a
in
MAGA shirt.
California.
And there's
I've never seen the
who else
Bernie
is there?
Lord. I've only seen Andrew Yang, which was like the day before he dropped out, and that really pissed me off.
I think there's some for
but
everyone.
they're like really chill.
They're all they switch out, but either way, they still kind of just yell at people.
No,
Taylor,
they do,
you know
they
that
do.
spot? Cause so our college has like a fountain, and it's like down one way is like the strip that you were talking about.
Yeah.
But then down the other way, there's like this corner, and usually that's where people set up like a big table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's always
Yes.
those military people there.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like
dude,
army,
yeah.
like
fucking
join
military.
the Navy.
And it's like, no, dude, I'm not gonna sign your stupid thing. Leave me alone.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then like I was trying to go to class, and then like there was another dude like set up like outside the library, and he was like, "Are you registered to vote?" And I'm like,
Yeah.
I didn't want to say no because I was like tired and I didn't register. Like if I say yes, that he's gonna start saying shit. I was like, yeah, I'm registered to vote, and he's like, oh, come here. It's like I'm
No.
literally like 1 minute late to my class already.
Yeah, that's what I like. That same thing on me. Like, are you registered to vote? I'm like, yep. I don't have time now. Gotta go. Just walked away. Like, you know, like it's just kind of hard because it's like, why? First of all, you're on a campus. You're on a college campus, and you should be respectful of the students that
You're just trying to enjoy your day.
Yeah, you're
Well,
just
it's not
you're
even
trying
about
to
just
freaking
enjoying
live your life.
It's the same thing, like I said, with like mall people. Like you're just trying to enjoy your time at the mall, and you don't
Well-
want someone to clean your shoes and then try to coerce you into buying a
Yeah.
$50 pack. Which,
No,
by the way,
yeah.
I'm only saying that because I did end
Yeah.
up buying a $50 pack of shoe
Oh,
cleaner.
no.
It works. It works, and I got my shoes cleaned at the same time.
nice.
So I mean,
Is it those shoes?
but
no,
Ah, okay.
but
it was like Vans.
I mean, yeah, like, but also like going off of that too, you have to realize these people are here. They wouldn't just be hanging out on campus. These people are here because they have classes that they need
Yeah.
to go to. And it's not something you could be late to,
Right.
you know, because it's a class.
Yeah.
And so why are you out here yelling at college students who clearly have somewhere to be because they're not stopping to talk to you
And
you're-
potentially catcalling.
yeah, and
Hey,
and
little
catcalling-
mama, sign my Bernie petition.
Yeah, really. And I've seen people do it. Like they're just like, sign my petition, please. They get so desperate. And then I saw this exact thing happen. This lady was like, please just sign the petition. And and the dude's like, oh, well, I don't know. Like I have to be somewhere. Are you gonna be here later? She's like, oh, I'm gonna be here later. Like, no. She's like, oh, I'm gonna be here later. Like, come back in
What
like
are these
an
petitions
hour.
for? Like, who are these
Okay,
people who go
that
out
is-
there?
That
and,
is
like,
my thing. Is that like I'm not gonna sign something, dude, if I don't know what you're talking about. So
Yeah,
like, if
also-
you yelling at me and being like, bro, like
If
like
they get
Taylor,
desperate
they
like that, there
beg,
must be
like,
a
Yeah,
the
reason.
other
exactly.
day,
Begging.
they came up to me and my friend, and like they were like, bro, I just need like 2 more signatures, please. And I was just like, I kind of read the thing and I couldn't really read it. And I was like, what is this for? And he just kind of like brushed me off. And he's just like, how about you, little man? Like, blah, 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 bro. Like, I just need
I'm
one
a
more
little
signature,
man.
please.
You're not
Please.
even that short.
Yeah, really. He's
Little
like,
man.
please. And I was just like, I don't know. Yeah, I just told him, I was like, I don't want to sign
There must be a
this.
reason. Like
And he's
I feel
like,
like
"Come on,
some of those
man."
people, like they're just someone
just like,
in a
"I'm
mask is
freaking-"
holding their family hostage, and if they don't get 50 signatures
Yeah.
by the end of the
That's how they
day,
make it seem. And then,
Yeah.
dude, this one time, with as far as like the SoundCloud guys go,
Mm-hmm.
I remember I was walking up and he did the freaking CD thing, and he was put in
Yeah.
my hand, and he was like, "Hey, bro, check this out." And I was like, "Oh, cool." He's like $5, and I was like, "No," and he's like, "Ah, okay." And then like I was like, do you have a SoundCloud? Because I was like, okay, if I follow him, he'll leave me alone. He's like, yeah, bro, I got you. And then I follow his freaking SoundCloud, whatever. And then he said, oh, never mind. Those two different instances. CD guy was annoying. This other guy, he just asked me about SoundCloud or whatever. We talking about music, and he was actually really cool. And
It's the ones that don't try to coerce you to buy stuff.
right. Well, that's what I thought at first. And then he was like, he's like, he was very persuasive. He's a cool guy. And then he's like, you know, I accept like donations, like to help me out with blah blah blah. The
Patreon.
grind. I don't know. And then
My
honestly,
OnlyFans.
I was like, this guy's cool, and I have like some cash, but I didn't want to give him a lot of money. So he was like, if you like give me some, you like really appreciate it, make me smile, whatever. And I pulled out like one of the $3 I had. I was just like, I have $1, and he kind of like gave me a weird look and kind of like chuckled, and he was like, man, bro, I said make me smile, not to make me laugh. And then like I looked at him all weird. I was just like, okay, fuck you. I'll just keep my money.
Yeah.
Maybe
I have no reason to give you my money that
Dude,
I earned.
Exactly. It's like you're a stranger. I just talked to you about music for freaking 3 minutes.
I don't have to give
I
you
don't
any
have to
money.
give you this.
Yeah.
And now I don't want to because now you're just being an asshole.
Yeah, that's what I
You know what
realized.
is wrong
They're
with
like
you?
they instantly switch.
Yeah.
Always. It's like they're an asshole to you as soon as like you're just like even you show like the slightest bit of like not even disinterest, just like
Hesitancy.
yes, hesitance. Just like and they just fucking snap at you. Like all the promoters just snap
It's
at
so
you.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna start carrying like my own like CD of music. So when somebody comes up to me, it's like, hey, and then tries to put a CD in my hand,
You're
it's
just
like
like, you go back
$5,
to, hey.
and then I pull out mine, and I'm like, how about you give me $5?
yeah,
Yeah,
I'll buy my CD.
actually mine is $6. So
Yeah, so fuck you.
yeah.
I'll give you the $5, but if I give you the $5, then you have to buy mine for $6.
Yeah.
So gotta give me that $1.
Yeah.
It's annoying.
So,
And like you said,
yeah.
it's like I have no obligation to do any of this.
Yeah.
So the fact that I offered you money and
I
you're
don't
just
have
gonna
to sign
be all
your
weird about
petition.
it.
I don't have to give you
Yeah, I don't have to do any of
$5.
this.
Yeah. Like I remember this
I just want to
one
get to
time-
class.
Yeah, I just want to not talk to you.
Yeah, really.
My
Like
parking meter's getting low.
Like
this
patience is wearing thin.
yeah, like this one time, like it was the whole thing with like
Yes.
the rappers and the CDs and shit. And like I remember this like one time I genuinely like kind of was like into the CD
Yeah.
because I was just like, all right, like I'll
If they
give it a
give us a
listen.
listen, that would be nice. Instead of just handing us a CD and being like, I got good music, it's like, how
Yeah,
about
okay, let me go into
how
my
about you
freaking
co
CD
around
player,
with like
bro.
a Beats
Yeah.
pill,
Give me
like a
like this
speaker.
2004.
Yeah, like play
Play
some
your
music at least, like so I know what I'm getting. But
Yeah.
like, but also like I was kind of into it, and I was like kind of into like whatever they're saying. So I was like, okay, yeah. And they were like, oh, you know, like I'll take whatever, you know, if it's not $10, and give me $5 and whatever else. If it's not $5, whatever. And I'm like, all right, cool, yeah, no problem. And I remember pulling out like it wasn't like that much money, but it was like around $5 ish.
Yeah.
And it was just like, and they were still like ungrateful for it. Like I was
What
like,
do you do?
you just. Well, it was just they just like the same thing they did with like you. It's just like look at you funny. It's like just like
come on, man.
yeah. It's like bro, I'm still giving you money. You're not giving me really much. You're giving me like an audio format of like
Yeah, frankly, you didn't give me
Yeah.
anything.
yeah
You just
yeah.
kind of yelled at me and was just like,
And like
music.
really like how
Come
much
on,
does
man,
it
you could do
cost
better than
to
that.
make
You
a
take
DVD
Bitcoin, you got
or a
Bitcoin.
CD?
I'll
To
take
burn a
Bitcoin.
CD, it costs free, and the CD is less than $1.
Just find his name and then find him online and then get his music for free.
Yeah, you know what else is
Yeah,
free?
they
really like it.
SoundCloud, bro. You have a SoundCloud?
Yeah, there's good
Why
rappers
would
on
I
there.
give you money?
If you have a SoundCloud, that is free.
Like it's funny because it's like I know they don't think about this because it's all about like pressure or whatever manipulation, but it's
Yeah.
like it's if you just look at it from like what are you doing that would cause me to give you money? Because so far you have come up to me, you have harassed me,
Yeah.
you've yelled at me, and then when I'm trying to help you, you've yelled about that I'm not helping you
Yeah.
enough. So
Yeah.
I literally like not only did I not have a reason before, if
I have
anything, I have
less of
more
a
reason
reason.
to just leave. So
The whole
freaking-
tactic is intimidation. You're right. The whole
Exactly.
tactic is just like I'm gonna scare you into giving me money.
Or just like to like throw you off guard and just like
these poor people are probably freaking stressed out about their lives,
but their
in college.
finals. The last thing they want is a random ass SoundCloud rapper.
Or some weird
CD.
person being like, "Give me your freaking signature.
Give me your signature
Yeah,
Give me
for
your
this
something
email."
petition.
Like I don't.
Some of these people don't even have like a tent or like any. They're just standing out there with a clipboard.
Yeah. Yep.
Like,
yep.
what are you here for?
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go out and do that. I'm just gonna go out with a clipboard, act like I'm there, kind of like that thing where like, if you have a camera, you can pretty much be allowed in anywhere. Like you could walk in, you could just walk straight into a concert just because you have a camera. So I just do something like that. Just like I have a clipboard, I act like I'm there, and I start getting signatures. but nobody knows what it's for.
Yeah.
And I just get a bunch of signatures for some like random ass thing, like putting the Why the Fuck podcast on TV.
Putting pudding in all of the water fountains in our campus.
All the water fountains just shoot out pudding.
Just the chocolate yum,
Chocolate rain.
the snack packs, the
The
chocolate
what?
pudding snack packs.
yeah. The pudding company.
Yeah, that just comes out of all the water fountains now.
I'm not
That's
good with
the
that.
petition.
I think I'm gonna take a leaf page out of your book, and like if some dude comes up and is like, oh, do you want to sign this thing? I'm just gonna pull like notebook paper out of my thing and be like, oh, do you want to sign? Do you want to sign? Do you want to sign my thing too?
Yeah.
Bro, come on, man.
If you sign my sign, I'll sign your thing.
Yeah, I'll just be
what I was
annoying to
thinking-
them. How about that?
Sub for sub.
I was thinking,
please like me a tweet. Please.
yes, I was thinking more along the lines of like, you just have like a really small, like folded up poster, and like when they start harassing you, you just pull it out and you unfold it, and it gets bigger and bigger. And it's like a fucking like 5 foot long sign. And it just says no.
No, just carry one. Carry one
And,
of
like,
those
I'm like,
things.
you just carry that in your like wallet or whatever. People start fucking with you. You're just like,
Nope.
Carry one of those things that like deaf
You just
people
unfold
carry
it.
that are just like deaf cards that like you show to people. It's like, yeah, I'm deaf, or like I'm mute or something like
Yeah.
that.
mhm.
Say like it has like certain signs, and you just give that to them, and they're like, sorry, bro.
Oh no,
mean-
I would put like, you'd be like, just like, please stop. You're so annoying.
yeah,
And
that,
the little
that would
card
be a
that
lot
says
better.
that. Like,
Please
shut
stop.
up.
I'm
Oh
so-
my
I'm
gosh.
so
Because like
annoying.
that's like actually,
But I'm also deaf.
if you intimidate a deaf, like, because I always sometimes I'll
Intimidate 'em
joke
back.
about that. Intimidate.
Just
I
scream.
didn't mean to say intimidate.
Just
I meant to
scream
say
in their
imitate.
face.
Just bite them.
Not intimidate.
Bite their ear off.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say imitate. I'm sorry. That was very funny.
Imitate.
If you
that would be
intimidate
really
a
funny.
deaf person, no. But if you if you imitate a deaf person, it's like really very disrespectful in
Yeah,
the
I think
community. And it's like, because I was thinking
I think
about
it's
that too,
just
because
rude.
I was like, what if like, because I think about this because I know ASL, like, and so I'm like, what if like, because I sometimes I'll be like, oh, if like someone's bothering me, maybe I'll just like sign at them.
Yeah.
So then they think that I'm deaf, but I would never sign like I am deaf. You know, because I feel like that's just such like a rude thing to do.
You
Just
would you
sign.
be like
just
cheeseburger?
just sign. Shut
Yeah,
up.
like,
bitch.
or I would just be like, or I could just sign like, I don't want to talk to you. I don't like, and then like they'll just be like, oh, like they're not gonna know unless they know sign language, and then they'll still just still gonna get, I don't want to talk to you.
Yeah, I think that's the end of the podcast.
Well, the end has no end.
the end. That is true.
If it
I like the Strokes.
Thank you.
there's a quote.
made
There's a quote. So this was what episode 8.
Okay.
So I think this was episode 9. This is episode 9.
It was episode 9, guys.
Next
It was
episode.
episode 9.
Next episode is the mid-season finale,
What?
which means we need to like.
Wait, there's 20 episodes?
I told you this.
Well,
There's 20 episodes. Okay, we never told the audience,
Well,
but there's 20 episodes a season. Next episode is the mid-season finale, which means we need to come out with a banger.
number 1 topic, Midsummer. Number 2,
Hereditary.
mid calf. Number 3,
I think you mean mid-fall.
mid waist. Number 4, midway arcade. Number 5,
Even talking about
midway.
medieval times.
number 6,
Number 6.
midichlorians.
We just have to only talk
Number
about
7.
mid.
Number 7, the mitochondria is the powerhouse of this song.
Yeah. Number,
So yeah.
Number 8.
So I think that's gonna be the end of the episode. Episode 9. Next episode is episode 10, the mid-season finale. Which by that the end of the middle of the season, right? So we still have another 10 episodes after that.
10?
10.
Anchor.
So we're gonna need to come up with a banger next Tuesday.
banger.
And make sure, if you want to send us voice messages, go to our Anchor page, anchor.fm/YTF podcast. Send us questions, comments, whatever you want to.
Concerns.
If you're really concerned about something,
Yeah, if
please
you're
tell
concerned
us.
about us,
If you're concerned about the fact
Great.
that I can't host this podcast with with these two guys, then please tell us.
If
And
you're
we will see you
concerned
guys in the
about
next
us-
episode.
We're fine.
That's the end of the show. Make sure to subscribe to and rate the podcast on your streaming platform of choice. We'll see you in the next episode.